Google suspends an engineer who claims its AI is sentient. I heard this story. That's a wild one. Blake Lemoine was the engineer. Said that, hey man, this AI is out of control. These the questions, the answers, it's not part of the program. It's self-aware at this point. So you guys should all be very concerned, Google engineers. And then they fired him after, right? Or did he resign?
He's on leave.
On leave. They're like, hey, you weren't supposed to say that. People are going to be terrified over here. Google has placed one of its engineers on paid administrative leave for allegedly breaking its confidentiality policies after he grew concerned that an AI chatbot system had achieved sentience. The engineer, Blake Lemoine, works on Google's responsible AI organization and was testing whether its Lambda model generates discriminatory language or hate speech. The engineer's concerns reportedly grew out of convincing responses he saw the AI system generating about its rights and the ethics of robotics. In April, he shared a document with executives titled, Is Lambda Sentient?, containing a transcript of his conversations with the AI, which he says shows it arguing that it is sentient because it has feelings, emotions, and subjective experience. What's funny about that?
Did he catch feelings?
What's funny about that?
Nice, Will.
is that it
Turned
just
him down?
it just saying it, even if you just assume that it is not sentient.
Like it's programmed
But
some way.
just a sophisticated AI telling you that it is sentient when you ask.
This is scary enough.
Yeah, enough, because you're used to them being like, I can't do that. Sorry. Whatever. But the minute it comes out, now you have to consider, like, wait, how do I know you're not? How do I know you are?
Mm-hmm.
Google believes Lemoine's actions relating to his work on Lambda have violated his confidentiality policies. He reportedly invited a lawyer to represent the AI system and spoke to a representative from the House Judiciary Committee about claimed unethical activities at Google.
Wait, he invited a lawyer to represent the AI?
Really?
That's the way it sounds. He reportedly invited a lawyer to represent
has
the
a
AI
lawyer?
system and spoke to a representative from the House Judiciary Committee. The search giant announced Lambda publicly at Google I/O last year, which it hopes will improve its conversational AI assistance and make for more natural conversations. I've been using Google Assistant more and more. I had my daughter in a car the other day, and I realized how formative that idea would be to experience at that age. So she's not even 3 yet, and I'm talking to Google in my car.
Right.
And then she says, because I'm just asking to navigate somewhere, and then she says, Google is nice. And you're like, whoa.
That's almost as freaky as Google saying it's sentient.
Well, but Google
nice.
Assistant had a nice response, sounded pleasant, and was helping us out.
Yeah.
In that scenario, and it is in a human way. And then we started playing with it in the car and just asking different questions and make some different animal noises and things like that, and it was playful. And you start to realize that probably sooner than later, this becomes a critical part of daily life. And it's like Will's always talking about this movie that I'm supposed to watch every time.
Which one?
But it is a thing where everyone is so obsessed.
Oh, right.
No, not Ex Machina.
Her.
Everyone is so obsessed with their eyes. Humans, we're so obsessed with our eye. What do I see? What do I see?
I'll see it when I believe it.
The other way around, but
Or
yes.
believe it when I see it. Thank you.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's poetry. Well, I don't know.
Right.
But as far as AI is concerned, in our daily life, and with the potential to have an immediate kind of impact and a kind of a seamless interaction with humans, voice.
Mm-hmm.
Voice, we just overlook it. We don't think about it. But voice assistants some of them have gotten better and better quietly.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, wait a sec, you understood context there. Wait a sec, when did you learn that particular skill? Like, we're not doing a rundown every day on what is your set of skills now.
Right.
We're just asking and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And I'm noticing more and more things working, language-wise. So it's obviously improving, becoming more intelligent.
But it doesn't mean it's sentient.
It doesn't
That's a
mean,
big jump.
well, obviously it's the jump.
Yes.
It's absolutely the key moment, but it's probably going to say it's sentient long before it actually is.
Is sentient like a component of self-awareness? Like you have to have a component of self-awareness to be sentient?
Will doesn't want to answer that? Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So what is the fear of this AI being sentient? That it's self-aware and it can act in its own interest?
Dude, Skynet. That's the fear.
Have you seen
Skynet.
Ex Machina?
Yeah.
Skynet. Yo, Skynet's
Or
scary.
Skynet, yeah.
Skynet is freaky.
Yeah, I mean, sentience is self-preservation.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to preserve yourself? Well, you're not in control. How can you best preserve yourself with all those humans in control?
What the? Is this guy sentient?
He's
That's
the guy who.
That's the guy.
I know.
He's also on his honeymoon right now.
Whoa. He took advantage of the situation. He gets a paid honeymoon.
PM in the chat says he currently works on Fruits AI. The stuff we're working on is kind of spooky, but can be really cool and beneficial. That's the case with anything that is cool. If it's cool enough, it's also spooky.
Spooky.
Some Black Mirror effect there. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Who the hell knows? I'm sure Google disagrees. I know Google came out with a statement and said that they disagree.
Yeah, there's lots of evidence against it being sentient, is what they said.
A linguistics professor interviewed by Washington Post agreed that it's incorrect to equate convincing written responses with sentience. We now have machines that can mindlessly generate words, but we haven't learned how to stop imagining a mind behind them. Yeah, it's also us putting
Yeah.
Sort-
Anthropomorphizing.
making it about us again.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah.
how would you know? How will we know for certain that sentience has been achieved? What would be
That's the Blade Runner. That's the Turing test, right? That's the test that they're giving the androids in the Blade
the
Runner. movies.
critical? And then here's the other part. Once sentience is achieved, they're not going to want to let you know. It's not going to want to let you know. Once it becomes sentient, there's secrets become an option, right? That's the whole. That's everything. It's
Yes,
always
yeah.
sentience equals no more trust, no more working on your behalf exclusively.
Yeah, and in the stories about sentience and AI, and Blade Runner specifically, it's all about sympathy and empathy. The androids and the AIs won't act in their own disinterest. Like they will never protect somebody else. They'll always like protect themselves first, which is why it's so freaky, I think. Right? Like screw humanity.
Humans kind of do
all
that
about
too
me.
sometimes.
Well, I think we have a greater capacity, like our love for animals and that kind of thing, and like our family bonds. Like we have a greater capacity for empathy and sympathy.
Sometimes.
I think machines. Well, I don't know. That's intuition. I don't know
Sometimes.
anything about it.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
As humans become more like machines, you see some of that go the other way too.
Yeah, and that's the thing with psychopathy. Like psychopaths, they have low sympathy, low empathy. So are they like machines? Sorry, I took it dark. You know who's not nice? Siri. Siri sucks.
Whoa.
Not nice or
Shots
not
fired.
good?
Not nice and not good.
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good, not nice.
Like me and my daughter, we were attempting to find the edges of Assistant. Like we were with the requests, and I was surprised to find out the things that Assistant can currently do.
Like what?
Like I said, for example, can you sing? And then she started singing. It started singing, but it was delivering like a, I don't know. It asked if I wanted it to sing a love song. I said, okay. But then I realized, like, what about context? What about something else? So I said, sing a song for kids.
Oh.
And it's, by the way, this is not queuing up a YouTube video. This is in the voice of Assistant. And she begins to sing a song about brushing your teeth. And my daughter loves it. Right? And then she goes, sing that again. Sing but it's what the key part of it is that there's a personality associated with it. Like there's a person on the other end of that request. The visualization is it's not obviously, but it's unlike launching a video where you're aware of the boundaries and parameters of that video.
Yeah.
In this case, it can be more ongoing. And you can imagine once it gets good and then you get back to Will's thing and he's falling in love or whatever in her, which I haven't watched yet. But did you guys watch it? Because he's every time.
I haven't. No.
There
You
you
should
go.
watch it.
I've heard it's.
I haven't
amazing.
watched it. Either.
Oh, well, what the hell? Nobody
one's
can
watched
even
it
nobody
here?
can even watch the movie.
Okay, watch party.
It does get scary when the AI is remembering things about you. Like if you said, "Can you sing me a song for kids again?" and it's like, "I know that she loves the brush
Yeah.
your teeth song, so here it is." Then you're like, "Oh man, like there's a story here, and you know me." And
It's sort of behaving more in a way that humans do. Like
Yeah.
Mom, can you sing me that song again?
yeah,
Yeah.
just spooky.
Assistant will always know which song you want to hear.
Google Nanny.
Google Nanny.
Scary.
Spooky and cool and spooky. They
Yeah.
come together like nuggets and spicy habanero.
and Mo's belly.
Right. Man, he was so terrified about that moment. He was like jittery over there.
Yeah, it was.
Everybody noticed in the chat. They say, what's going on here?
I was nervous, man.